Hey everyone, I'm Matt. Welcome back to another video. Today, I am super excited. We're tackling a tough subject that I get asked all the time working at an RV dealership. These are two Class A motorhomes, and they both have the same engine. They both come from the same manufacturer. So why is this motorhome $80,000 cheaper than this motorhome? Well, in this video, we're gonna tackle all the differences with the exterior features first and then the interior features. We're starting in 3, 2, 1. Hey everyone, again, welcome back to another video. My name is Matt from Matt's RV Reviews. It's the world's only channel giving you that true and biased review about everything when it comes to RVs. And again, today, I am super excited to be tackling this question that I get asked all the time. This motorhome is $80,000 cheaper than that motorhome, and honestly, what's the difference? Now, let's take a look at the contenders. So for this video example, I used two Fleetwoods. This is a Fleetwood Flair 29M. It is their entry-level motorhome. And this is a Fleetwood Bounder 35K. It is their top-of-the-line motorhome. Now, this video applies to all makes, models, and manufacturers. This is just a generalized rule of thumb. I could have easily compared this Flair to this Integra because this Integra is the same standards and qualities as that Bounder, but I didn't want to do that. I wanted to make it very simple and compare the same manufacturers. So first, to get started with this Fleetwood Flair, MSRP on this motorhome is $132,074. That is MSRP. This Fleetwood Bounder from Fleetwood, MSRP is at $212,325. Now, everybody, that is an $80,251 difference. Now, everybody knows we don't pay MSRP. So let's, for example's sakes, let's take 25% off. So we're at $99,055 and $159,243. So the whole point is, that's a $60,188 difference. So the whole point of that is it's about 38% cheaper to get this one over this one. Doesn't matter how you cut it. It's about 38%, okay? So first, let's talk about the chassis, okay? Okay, so they both have the all-new 7.3 liter V8. That is 350 horsepower and 468 foot-pounds of torque. But what you don't see from the outside is they do have two different chassis, okay? So this one is an 18,000 pound chassis, where this one is a 22,000 pound chassis. The reason why they're different, one, because one's longer, and two, the heavier chassis means you can put nicer stuff in, better quality stuff, more expensive stuff into that chassis, where the lighter one's not. This one's also gonna ride better. Oh, I wanna get this out of the way as well. This motorhome is definitely better than this motorhome. There's no questions about it. The question that I always ask everybody is this one worth 38% more than this one? And that's the question for you guys, the buyer. Okay, so also, this one has a truss style chassis, where this one has a Power Bridge platform chassis, okay? Now that is something exclusive to Fleetwood for both of them, but every manufacturer has their whole same thing. But here's the difference. The whole point is, this motorhome is going to give you a lot more storage on the exterior, okay? Compared to this motorhome here. Okay, that's pretty much it for the storage on that side compared to the storage on this side. Now, a little bit of that has to do with this being a smaller motorhome. This one's 31 feet long, this one's 36 feet 3 inches. But again, more importantly, it has to do with the chassis, okay? So this one has a smaller chassis. It also has smaller tires. Look Look at these tires, they're the Goodyears. These are the 245-70R 19.5s. So this is the 235-80R 22.5. So these are the bigger tires. Also, these are gonna have the Alcoa rims where those aren't. You know, this is their top of the line. So they're trying to make things nicer, i.e. they're going to be more expensive. The bigger tires are the better ride than the smaller tires, but again, is it worth that price point? Another thing that's a big thing for me, this has the fiberglass doors, okay? This has aluminum slam latch doors. Okay, very nice. Again, these, I'm gonna say this a million times. Everything about this motorhome is better. It's just, is it worth that extra price increase? And something that I always tell everybody, it really depends on who you are and how you camp. If you're a weekender who's only going camping 5-6 times a year, then yeah, this motorhome makes total sense. Whereas if you're a full-timer who's spending extended periods of time really using the motorhome, then maybe the higher end one does make sense. What's really cool is, I would say it's almost 50-50 how many bounders we sell to Flairs, or even how many emblems we sell to Visions. You know, again, the higher end versus the lower end. And then the big difference is the paint job, okay? Now this one is fiberglass. There is stickers and decals on the side. Nothing's wrong with that. Where this one has the beautiful full body paint. Now, the full body paint's going to look better. I wouldn't say your motorhome's going to perform better, but it's less likely to fade because it's paint, whereas this could start to fade and the decals could start to peel off at some time. So there's 3 more things on the outside, okay? So one, I don't know the right terminology for this, but I'm gonna call it's appointments, okay? Look at the headlight design here. It does not look as elaborate or nice as this, right? This looks like it's more detailed, more aggressive looking. They spent more time doing this front headlight design than this front headlight design, if the front part kind of makes sense, okay? So that's 1. 2, notice this. This is what's called a fiberglass front cap, okay? This is good. The Fleetwood Bounder has the same exact thing. Fiberglass front caps are good. When you come on down the Fleetwood Bounder, okay, this is gonna have a fiberglass rear cap, okay? Whereas when you are looking, again, more entry level, you are not going to have that rear cap, okay? And again, just because I'm right here, just so everybody knows, this isn't like it's because it's a Fleetwood thing. Again, the emblem, which is high end, also has that rear cap. These are just little things that you need to look for. Now, in my opinion, is a rear cap a deal maker or breaker? No, but it's just why this one's a little bit more expensive than that one. Another thing's going to be the slide outs. The higher end motorhome generally is going to have bigger slide outs, deeper slide outs, and more slide outs. There's one Fleetwood Bounder that has 4 slide outs, whereas the Flair has smaller slide outs. You know, it's not as good, it's not as deep, it's not as big, which then means square footage on the inside is going to be a lot better for a Bounder product, a tier 4 luxury level rather than a tier 1. Oh, and we do have another thing that I just noticed. So another thing's going to be your power and water hookups, okay? So if we look at this motorhome, you have your black tank flush, your city water, your outdoor shower. This is all exposed, okay? It's all exposed. Whereas when we come to the higher end motorhome, and you come over here, everything's fully enclosed. It's in a bay. It's nicer, it's cleaner, it's more presentable. Also more expensive to do. Again, remember that. And then the generators, as long as they're both 50 amp, they'll both have 5500 generators. Some motorhomes like a Southwind And on Allegro, you can upgrade it to a 7,000 generator. And then here's the huge thing, 50 amp power cord. This one does have the optional 50 amp power cord reel, okay? Whereas the other one definitely does not. And then the other one's just gonna give you a cable that you put in and out of the motorhome. And then also, this one does come with a surge protector, whereas an entry-level motorhome, to save a little bit more money, probably won't come with a surge protector. And then the only other difference is, again, the tail lights on this motorhome is going to be more labyrinth than the tail lights on that one, okay? And then the only other thing is going to be features on the roof. So let's go up there and take a look. Okay, so we are up here on the roof of the Fleetwood Bounder, okay? That is the roof for the Flair. Both roofs are TPO roofs, okay? But let's take a look at that roof real quick. You got 2 AC units, 2 max air fan covers, a Winegard 360 digital antenna, and that's a Wi-Fi Ranger. On this roof here, we have all the same things. Here's your Wi-Fi Ranger Pro, okay? Your Winegard 360 digital antenna, 2 AC units. So something. This has more openings, so it's going to give you 3 max air fan covers. Another thing, this is going to give you the fans on the inside, to where that's not going to have the fans, that's just going to have the fan covers, okay? 2 AC units. Also, this one's going to give you solar on the roof, which that one does not give you solar, okay? Little things like that. And then again, touching on the subject of more slide outs means more slide toppers, okay? That one does have a slide topper, but there's only 1 slide out. This one has 2. A motorhome that has 3 or 4 slide outs is gonna have 3 or 4 slide toppers. Great, so those are some of the exterior differences. And you know, I know I'm gonna miss a few, and it's just, this is just a rule of thumb. Let's go take a look at some of the interior differences. And one thing I will say, Fleetwood does do frameless windows on all their products, but on some manufacturers' entry-level stuff, they won't do the frameless windows, okay? So, coming on in here, you know, and don't get me wrong, guys, I am in no way saying this is a bad motorhome. This is an excellent motorhome. And I couldn't afford one of these new myself personally, but that's not the question. Again, ooh, Art Deco. The question is, does that motorhome make financial sense to spend 60, 80, 38% more, however you want to push it, than this motorhome? And the great thing is, here's what's beautiful. Some people it is worth it, and to other people it isn't. So that's what's so fun about my job. So let's get started with some of the interior features, okay? So one, the front dash area isn't going to be as nice as that front dash area, okay? Number 2, the furniture here isn't going to be as nice as the furniture over there, right? Number 3 is going to be the countertop area here, okay? This is going to be a Formica or a thermal foil or something. Whereas over there, it is going to be a solid surface Corian type of material, okay? Another thing's going to be the wood. This cabinetry here, you know, it's nice. We're not saying it's not nice, but again, it's not going to be as nice or finished as the cabinetry that is over there. And then finally is going to be the computer brain system, okay? Right here you have push buttons, whereas over there it's going to be a better brain system. And instead of me telling you all this or putting B-roll in, like let me show you this, right? The button system, right? Now let's go over there and we're gonna take a look at the exact same things, just in the higher end motorhome. Look at those love bugs. Yeah. Good riddance. Okay. So we're gonna do the same exact thing. Coming on in. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And yes, you can totally 100% see the difference, but let's walk through this and then again we will explain the differences. Now, one of the differences is this is a bigger and longer motorhome, of course. So bigger and longer means more expensive. Okay, oh snap. So we're actually going to start right here because I totally forgot to mention this, and I will put B-roll footage. This is a nice one-piece fiberglass shower, okay? Whereas the lower end motorhome is not gonna be a one-piece, it's gonna be a two-piece shower. But let's go back up here and talk about everything we just talked about in the other motorhome. So again, one, the dash area is going to be a lot nicer in a top-of-the-line motorhome. You're gonna have a nicer pull-out tray, nicer seats, nicer monitors and everything. Embroidery emblem, an embroidery on the captain's chairs, you know? Number two was the furniture, okay? Look at this furniture. How Fleetwood makes this furniture, this actually springs. It's like a sofa, okay? Whereas the other one was just a cushion on wood. This is actually one of the most comfortable dinettes out there. And then look at this. This furniture's a lot more cushiony, a lot more comfortable, a lot more higher end, a lot more quality, okay? So next is the countertops. This is a solid surface, okay? So this could get wet and you don't need to worry about it peeling or flaking or anything like that. This is like a Corian type of material. The material can be anything, and different manufacturers use different stuff, but the whole point is that it's solid surface. I didn't even mention the backsplash, but that is something to play. You can definitely tell visually this is a nice higher end backsplash. And then let's look at the cabinetry, okay? See the dovetails? It's not the staples, right? And again, nothing's wrong with the other one. I'd probably go with the other one over this one, personally. Andrea would tend to disagree. Andrea loves the Bounder. But, you know, is this worth, I mean, you gotta remember, $40,000, $50,000, $60,000, that's a lot of money, right? And then the drawers, okay, you know, just a lot nicer stuff. You know, we didn't even touch on like the TVs, the fireplaces, more windows, more artwork, more bathrooms. This is all stuff that is just slowly ticking away, adding up. Tick, 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 tick. And then finally it's going to be the brain operation. In the other motorhome, you had the buttons, where this one you have the digital screen, right? The slide outs get controlled. Your lights can get controlled, okay? Your awnings, your generator, this one has auto gen start. You know, the thermostat readers, everything gets controlled by the by this computer system, to where the other one just had buttons. And then another thing, oh man, I forgot to mention. Good thing we're in both motorhomes. Another thing's gonna be little things like this. This has MCD blinds, where I'll take a look at the other blinds and I'll put them right here over the screen. But another thing, this one has both daytime blinds and privacy blinds. These blinds aren't cheap at all, to where that one's blinds was only privacy blinds. Great, so that's it guys, that's the video. Now before you guys leave, I do have a question for everybody who's still watching, okay? One, leave down in the comments below, let me know if you like informational videos like this, and if you want me to continue making comparisons, side by side, frequently asked question videos. I have a lot of fun doing them. They take a lot of brain work because I actually have to kind of script my stuff out, but Here's the question of the day, guys. Okay, again, there is no question about it. A Bounder is better than a Flair. They are both Fleetwood, okay? But here's the question I want to know from each and every one of you guys. Would you guys rather spend $160-ish thousand on a Fleetwood Bounder, or spend $100,000-ish and have $60,000 piled up next to the Fleetwood Flair, right? Again, I've said this all video and I sound like a broken record. That's better than that. But are you going to get $60,000 more of enjoyment in that motorhome than that motorhome? Some people will, and other people won't. So that's the question. Thank you guys, absolutely everybody, so much for watching. I hope everybody has a great Mother's Day weekend. Hi, Mom. I love you. Can't wait to see you tomorrow. So thank you guys, absolutely everybody, so much for watching. Make sure you smash that thumbs up button, and we'll see you tomorrow, with a brand new Newmar Country Star, because we just became a Newmar dealership at our up north stores. So I'm really excited to show it to you guys. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time.